This is my pops, Jackie Hurt. My pops loved to eat, and he loved eating soul food. Barbecue ribs, grits and eggs, collard greens, ham hocks, cornbread, mac and cheese, black-eyed peas, sweet potato pie, you name it, he loved it. Is soul food good or bad for you? Is soul food causing illness and early death in my community? These questions set me out on a national journey to find out if we are a culture of soul food junkies.
I think the author, he touched upon a lot of issues relevant to the Black community. He posed a question for us to consider our relationship, to foods with regards to consumption. And I think that's a conversation, that we need to have. This film is basically a complement, to what First Lady Michelle Obama is trying to do with her initiative, and it complements that. It gives the food relationship and the community behavior part to, okay, we need to get active. So I do think we need to have this discussion in our community, and I think this film is an excellent catalyst, to begin that discussion.
I thought the film was very real. I could relate to a lot of the conversations that were going on in the movie, so yeah, it was very real. I have been trying to be more conscious of my eating habits for probably almost 2 years now, and especially within the last year because I have been diagnosed with colon cancer, and so my family has really been on me to eat right. It's been something that's been resonating in my mind for, like I said, almost 2 years, even before I was diagnosed.
The high blood pressure thing, I lost my father 4 years ago. And I've been a vegetarian for 12 years, and I know just trying to change him over those course of those 8 years that he was here, I just, I kind of felt that in the film. I thought it's a great movie, very relevant to what's going on in the community, and needed to be done. It's probably the #1 issue, or one of the most, killer issues in our community is the way we eat and the food we eat,
I felt like it offered a lot of good information on food and food as it relates to the African American culture and food as it relates to our society in general. In my own family, I lost people due to heart disease, high blood pressure. Everybody has something. We have an opportunity to recover from those issues is important to me.
Having worked in the healthcare field and seeing people with major illnesses that were related to how they were eating and what they were doing with their bodies. And so I was interested in what the film would say about that. And it did get that across, in addition to the cultural background and the political background and the other issues around the availability of food.
And I would strongly recommend this movie to anyone who, who's into and really looking at it, how food really affects us, on our everyday life.
I think for me, the main questions have been, I guess with a lot of films like these, I always wonder, well, what's the plan of action? How do we figure out how to get good grocery stores with good quality ingredients that are affordable to our people? And I mean, it's a problem in urban communities, it's a problem in rural communities. It's just not a Black thing, it's more of a poor people thing. It's really an income and a class issue where poor folks don't have access to things that keep them healthy. And then they pay for it all their lives. The whole school built around healthy living, healthy eating, using these kids as advocates and agents of change for their families and their communities. So they learn healthy eating, they learn how to grow, they learn why this lifestyle is better for them and for their communities, and they go off and help initiate change. I think that's fantastic, and we need more of that kind of thing at a ground level. And so it's all about how and what you do now affects your life in the long term. And so I think really education is a huge part of that. I'm gonna watch it again, because we were laughing so much that we missed part of the movie, so.